Hi, everyone. I am going to show you how to reference an article in APA format. I know a lot of people are more familiar with MLA than APA, but in psychology, we use APA format as our writing style and in referencing material or research material that we have used in our writing. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at the article. I have an article pulled up here. And this is the same article that we used for that I use for showing you how to find a journal article. So I'm going to show you how to reference it. It's important that when you are referencing or that when you pull up an article, that you save the article and so that you can go back and pick up all of the information that you need for the reference. So in particular, we are going to need the author's names. We are going to need the title, the year of publication. You see here it was published in 2025. And then also we need the name of the journal. It's Indian Journal of Psychiatry. We also need the volume, issue, and page numbers. Now, sometimes you have to scroll down to the bottom of the page of one of the pages. It's usually the second page or so before you get the volume an issue number. And then for this particular article, in order to get the page numbers, you have to look at the actual page numbers on the page. So the first page here we see is 144. And then the last page, which we'll have to scroll all the way down, is 157. So take note of that. And then also, most articles are going to have a DOI. This one in particular doesn't, but the DOI should normally be listed with the journal volume, issue, and page number at the bottom of the pages, or you can also find it at the top somewhere in the identifying information. So with that being said, I'm going to show you how to reference this article. You'll be utilizing Microsoft Word, usually whenever you're typing. Um, and also you are going to be using APA format. Now, for the reaction discussions and the reaction assignments in both of the psychology classes that I teach, you will not need to write the whole article in APA format, meaning that you will not need to have a title page and you won't have to have certain headings or utilize certain heading styles. So you won't have to worry about that. You just need to worry about referencing the article in APA format. When we write in APA format, always use Courier New or Times New Roman 12-point font and always double space. Okay, so for both of the writing assignments in 2301 and 2314, you're going to type two paragraphs. But this video is not particularly concerned with those two paragraphs. I just want to show you how to reference in APA format. So this is the reference is actually going to be at the bottom after you have typed your two paragraphs. And the first thing that we're going to do is start with the authors. Now, I wrote everything down so that I don't have to switch back and forth in the share to see the actual article. So when you list the authors, you are going to list them, you're going to list their last names, followed by their first and middle initials. And you have to list all of the authors for the article that you read. So don't say et al. Or anything like that. Next, you're going to list the year of publication in parentheses. And next comes the title. Something to take note of in the title, only the first word and proper nouns are to be capitalized. And then for the reaction assignments, when you're actually in 2301, when you're actually typing up um, a paper in Microsoft Word, you want to indent all subsequent lines. However, in the reaction discussions for 2314, you do not have to indent your subsequent lines because you're actually just going to be typing in uh, the text box as a discussion. Make sure that that first word on the second line is not capitalized. Subsequent lines, as I said, need to be indented. Next is going to be the name of the journal, which is in italics. Followed by the volume number. Turn your italics off. In parentheses, put the issue number. And then the page numbers. Lastly, if the article had a DOI, you are going to put the DOI here. It will either be a number or an address, and it's going to be a very long number or address. But this particular article did not have a DOI, so you won't enter it there. So this is how you reference an article in APA format. Just to review quickly, first list the names of the authors, all of the authors in the order that they appear in the title area of the journal of the article. List their last names followed by their first and middle initials. Next is the year of publication in parentheses. Next is the title. Remember to capitalize only the first word and proper nouns of the title and indent subsequent lines. Next is the name of the journal in italics, followed by the volume number. Turn your italics off, the issue number in parentheses, followed by the page numbers, and lastly, the DOI. If you have questions or comments, feel free to email me.